You either don't know a comedian or you know too much. It's one or the other. Either everything is like a weird, shrouded mystery / like ambiguous possible bit, or you know every weird, crazy aspect of everything they do. Or you've been listening to what they masturbate to for 6 months at an open mic. Like there's only like I either know everything, including what they're jerking off to, or I don't even know what their real name is. It's like very rarely does it fall in between any of those two spectrums.
That's so true, man.
I know about all your traumas or what, you know what I mean? Like everyone's awful traumas. I know all about everyone's.
Who's divorced, who,
yes.
You know, the midget porn.
Yes. I know all of your pervy secrets.
Yeah.
I still love that didn't pay his tab on Saturday. And why am I bringing that up on a podcast? No one knows what I'm talking about, but just the joy of him. The joy of him going upstairs, getting paid, taking all the money for the show, and then not paying for his drinks.
But that's universal.
Is very funny.
Yeah, we go to a show, good show, a friend set it up, and then another guy, what did he produce the show?
Yeah, basically.
Produce, everybody. Randy Jackson was a producer, right? Now, so Carl Jackson.
Wakanda.
Yeah, which is...
Wakanda.
I'll never be able to come up with a bit like that.
His joke has been seen by more people than anybody will ever see any of our bits, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's also on a list of the worst jokes of all time. So pick and choose. Do I want to be seen by a lot of people? Sure. Do I necessarily want it to be like for Chris Hansen?
Top 5 cringiest jokes of all time.
That's like, oh dude, that's like being like, that's almost like, that's better than being like, bro, my video got 12 million views, and you're like, what video? And you're like, oh, I was on To Catch a Predator. You know what I mean? You're like, well, that's not quite the W that you're thinking this is.
I brought beer in a condom.
Yeah, bro. I'm the guy
You saw that?
You saw me? I'm the guy who ate the pizza. Remember the guy who just sat there casually eating the pizza? That was me.
12 million hits. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Reminds me of Cooper Rigo's bit about...
Bro, every one of the comments on his other videos, though, is like, Wakanda. That's what makes it so much better. He'll post another bit.
He's getting Wakanda'd in his comments.
Yes.
All right, basically, so to fill you in for the joke...
Yeah, I'm bad at this.
No, I started this. I should have done that. He's like... he's got a very specific voice. Now, Carl, I love you. I'm going to do an impression of you that's not very good, but... I came in, he's like, he's got a voice like this. Sort of. I'm not even doing it right, but whatever. That's more insulting than what I was going to do anyway.
Maybe. No, that was cool.
I was more...
That's kosher.
Yeah. So he's got a joke where he's like, oh, I went to Ancestry DNA, and I just got my results back, and I'm 2% black. And then they asked me if I'm from Wakanda. It's more like Wakanda.
You know what's crazy though?
Did that right? I think I butchered it.
The craziest part about the whole joke is he says like a high number actually. He's like 17%.
Oh, he does 17%?
Yeah, like his grandpa is black.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well,
he's like, at 17%, I'm not from Wakanda. I'm from Wakanda. Gold.
It is gold.
Yeah, so we went to that show. Good. Our friends didn't get paid.
Nope.
Whatever.
That's comedy. Nobody getting paid.
Yeah, it's dog day afternoon out here, man. And
bring 17 people who then have to buy a ticket and buy a 2-menu item minimum. And if you're lucky, somebody will hand you $20.
Did they make you buy shit?
Well, yeah, you're supposed to.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, you guys ate and drank, didn't you?
My girl, you know, she's like, can I have a drink? Yeah, sure.
They're supposed to hit you up for a 2-menu item minimum.
Oh, okay.
As well there.
Right.
So there's like, Tommy Fox's is doing like...
40 beans off rip.
Yeah, because my ticket was $20 at the door.
Yep.
Because I paid to get in.
Well, I spent $60 there, so there you go, yeah.
And then I spent another $20, actually more than that, on food. I got the sampler platter, which was $16, and I got a Coke. And with the tip, because I like Georgie, she's a good waitress, I tipped her.
Yeah, she's nice.
So like that's almost
I was
over
so
$40
disappointed. Night. Right before I'm about to go up at the dojo in the green room where the masters sit, They bring in a big
You
plate
got to
of
be in the green room too. Look at you,
sign my name on the wall.
Yes. Did you get a picture of it?
I did.
Good.
And then
This guy is killing it.
Before I go up, they bring in this big, arguably big plate of food, like mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, potato skins, the works, shrimps, cocktails.
Oh wow.
I go on stage, I come back.
Now, you didn't do an hour, mind you. Were you up there for an hour, 2 hours?
11 minutes.
You did an 11-minute set.
I come back and it's all gone.
Oh, my God.
And it's like...
Wake up, filthy.
And it's somebody else, like, sitting in there. I'm like, where are the chicken fingers? They're like, sorry.
Oh.
I was like, nah, this is funnier anyway.
That's great. That's so funny. Comedians are starving.
That's what's the best
dude,
part.
True Dance is a doctor. I watched True Dance eat after the show on Saturday. I'm sorry, True, but you didn't book me, so screw you. Now I'm going to throw you under the bus. And by the way, he had I wanted, to book you through the thing. And I'm like, hey, whatever, I got you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to motherfuck you.
Start getting a 10.
Yeah. So he goes, this guy is a doctor, and he's going at the end of the show, going from table to table, eating leftover food. He took a chicken wing off. He's like, oh, I know it's Jonathan's wife's plate. It's fine. He ate Jonathan's wife's leftover chicken wing after the show. He was eating the trash food. The comics are so broke and poor. This man is a doctor, and he's eating leftover food on the table.
Wow.
I'm sorry. True.
No, that's brilliant. I'd probably.
He really is spending all of his money on those goddamn shoes.
Yeah.
Like his Instagram page says, just a doctor who spends all his money on shoes. I can confirm it. He was eating leftover food on the table. Yes. I'm sorry, True Dance, but you've been exposed.
I'll save you right now because that's some shit I would definitely do. Also,
listen, I'm not above a chicken. I'm sorry.
Honestly, we both do.
Listen, I'm not. Listen. I didn't say I've never done it. I just, throwing you under the bus.
Man.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny. It's so funny. I couldn't. You were talking about that food thing. It just triggered that in my memory.
No.
Or also at Agave where I ordered calamari, and that was a special at the Mexican place.
Oh.
We were going to a comedy show at a Mexican restaurant where the special was fried calamari. It was actually the best thing
But it had one of those sueños on the eye,
It was also the best thing I had at the place.
Oh, okay.
Because the fajita
we know how you feel about the fajita.
Yeah, not a fan.
No.
So Liam Wolf asked me if he could have some, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I think he's gonna take a little plate and take some, put it on his plate and go back, or He just takes my whole thing of calamari and moves it over to another table and starts eating it, and then starts passing it around like it was community calamari. This is not community calamari. This is my fucking calamari. You're passing it around like the town whore.
Yeah.
He's turning my calamari into a runaround Sue. Everybody's got their hands in my calamari like it's prom night.
Calamari
I don't
communion.
need everyone fucking knuckle deep in my calamari.
So you didn't get the plate back?
No, I never even got it back.
Yeah, man.
They finger banged my calamari, and I won't stand
They're
for
eating it off their fingers one bite at a time.
They got more of it than I did. Now you might be thinking, oh, Brett, what were you at the end of the thing? There was a little bit. No, it was not even halfway done when this happened. There was no way you could have possibly thought I was done with this calamari.
Right. Wow.
It was such a.
That's bold.
It was a bold.
Maybe it was a bit. He's on another podcast
right
now.
Talking about the time how he pranked me and my calamari. He turned my calamari into a whore. Spread it all around.
I stole this dick's calamari.
Yes. And then we had to sneak Eldine into a bar that night too. Because it was the night before Thanksgiving. And Eldine's not old enough to get
He got in the pet shop with a fake Luigi Mangione ID.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
I know, too, of all places. I was like, you're a genius.
That is great.
He shouted to me. It's it wasn't the name. It was just the face.
Yeah.
No, it was his actual picture, like Luigi.
Luigi.
And it said whatever. It said like Chris Hansen on some, and he just handed it to the guy, and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
It's amazing.
To be fair, the pet shop door guy is like pretty old.
Yeah, he doesn't know. And I was gonna say in Jersey City, Luigi's a saint, probably.
Yeah, they're probably like,
oh
here,
yeah,
man.
you're so base, bro. Come in here.
You're so base.
That's actually probably not base. It's probably whatever their like version of that is. But that, yeah, they probably like love Luigi. I don't give a shit about Brian. Like the people on the right wing. Stop trying to make me care about the evil healthcare CEO either. I don't give a shit about Brian Thompson. They're like, what about Brian Thompson and his family? Brian Thompson was denying people's cancer treatments and medicines at a higher rate than any other company in the goddamn country. Brian Thompson didn't give a shit about anybody else's family. Don't beg me to give a shit about Brian Thompson. Brian Thompson's kid's going to be driving a Porsche the rest of his life. He's just fine. He doesn't need his evil fucking dad there, all right? He's going to have a Porsche and a trust fund and sympathy the rest of his life.
This is the last thing I thought we'd be ranting
I know,
about.
right? I don't know how I got off on that.
Before this, we're like, yeah, we'll talk about like Duncan and Easter.
Yes.
That stupid CEO.
And I'm like, I'm not for anarchy in the streets, or maybe I am. I don't know.
It finds you, my friend.
They do find. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't give a shit about that guy either. He's no hero.
Yeah.
Don't try to make me the evil. I was at CVS today. No one made me have any sympathy for a healthcare provider.
Oh yeah, why was CVS so bad?
It's the worst fucking store. Every bit of it is obnoxious and inconvenient and fucking okay. The pharmacy won't answer the phone anymore. Mm-hmm. They don't answer the phone.
Yep.
So now you've got to leave a voicemail and hope they call you back. Or if you want to find out if your medicine's ready, I got to get in the car and drive all the way there to have them tell me.
They don't do the automated, put the RX number in no more?
Well, if there's a problem or whatever, you're going to fill it, you can't get any information on this.
Bullshit.
And no one will answer the phone. So now you got to drive down there for them to tell me there's a problem, that I've got to call this or do that. And I'm like, why do you have to make this so inconvenient for me? Second of all, there's nobody working a register anymore.
No.
The guy is behind register and he's telling me to go to the self-checkout thing.
Yeah.
He's forcing me to.
That's universal at this point.
And I'm like, you're getting rid of your own job, fuckhead.
Yeah.
Stop complying with them and take my goddamn thing. You should want there to be a problem with this machine, sir. It never takes my fucking coupons.
Yeah.
I've always got a problem with the coupons.
guy.
At CVS I am. You know those obnoxious receipts?
Yeah.
A lot of people hate their receipts. I love the receipts.
Is that what's on there? I never read
Yes, there's coupons on there if you put your phone number in there. That's why they're so long.
Okay, word up.
A lot of people hate, that's a big bit. People complaining about the long CVS receipts. I don't mind them. One night my car broke down. I was stuck overnight in the cold. I tied 3 CVS seats together and used it as a blanket. Slept like a baby the whole night. Nice and warm. So thank you for your long receipt, CVS. You saved my life. I would have froze to death in my car had I not stitched together 3 CVS receipts into a blanket. Okay? So your receipt saved my life. They won't sell cigarettes. That's another thing that annoyed me. No Dutches, no cigarettes.
No.
They've got a morality clause.
Yep.
You sell junk food and dildos. Shut the fuck up and sell the cigarettes. Okay? You got Google Play gift cards, Roblox, dildos. You don't have my acid reflux medicine. You're out of that for every time I go. But there's 4 rows of clit ticklers filled to the brim. I could get a rose toy, an ass toy.
Family planning.
Yes, family planning.
That's what they call it, because your family might need a cock ring.
I know. All the time my mother goes, can you pick up some cock rings and rubber peckers from the CVS for me on your way home from work, she says. And I go, sure, Ma, whatever you need. Where do they keep the S&M stuff? The leather assless Japs are in the back corner of CVS now. What's happening?
Wow.
There's no bags anymore. What do I gotta carry everything, my medicine down my fucking hands like a lunatic? It's the fucking worst place ever. What do I fucking work there now?
That's why I didn't answer you when you texted me that. You're like, CVS is the worst store. I was like, I'm going to hear about this.
Oh, you will
I'm
hear
sure.
about it. I think,
I'm
what else
sure.
did I write? I was angry. I was writing things down that I was mad about.
I felt like you when I was at the Dunkin' Donuts on the way here.
Oh, please, yeah.
I told you that. So, you know when you're going into the place and then there's somebody who's kind of timed at the same, you're both going to go through the door at the same time. I'm like, you know what? I'll be nice. Man of color. He goes before me.
We're progressive.
I'm progressive as shit. I'm
at that
flow.
hair.
I'm
His hair
flow.
is progressive.
They wouldn't know. So he goes before me. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? He's probably just getting a coffee. 2 dozen donuts.
Oh, what a nightmare.
2 dozen. And then he's not saying any of the donut names. He's just like, let me get one of them. And then let me get like a couple of those over there. And the poor Patel behind the counter is like, what did he say? Like because he's just pointing loosely,
Yes.
and then he's like,
How many would you, if I yelled to you, get me a couple of them over there, how many would that be to you?
Yeah, no number, no name, and I'm just standing there like, there's no way. I'm never getting to Brett's house right now. I'm like, it's always got to be. And then again, I'm like, why am I a nice guy?
Every time I'm nice, it always backfires.
Oh, let me pick you up some coffee. Oh, Mr. Black Guy, go in and go ahead of me. Now I'm just standing there like.
And then he's going to leave, and I'm going to text him, oh, so sorry, I forgot to give you the money for that coffee
I
again.
had enough
and
time.
I'm ripping him off. Again, now he's being stolen from by me as well.
I had enough time to edit a video and post it on YouTube. So I was like standing there. I was like, this is going to be forever.
The only way it could have been worse if he was buying you the munchkins.
Yeah. No, he went the whole time without actually saying a name of a donut. It was, like you said, like buying the Dutchess. He's
Yes.
like, this one? He's like, no, one of those. He's like, this one.
Or I'm like 2 over, 1 over, to the left, to the right. And then they don't know left to right.
Yes.
Or colors.
Yeah, the white one right there. And they're like, this could be anything.
Sir, I've been coming to this gas station for 6 years now. At what point are you going to learn right and left?
Yeah.
And blue and red?
Yeah.
Or just, sir, I buy the same thing every time for 6 years.
Dutch master.
Why do we have to have the same song and dance every time I want my Dutch Masters? Can't you remember the Dutch Masters I want? I come all the time.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
That's right. I fucking in that
come
gas
all the
station.
time.
That's why I told him I'm fucking nutting all the time, pal. I'm the king of this. Give me that fucking Dutchess, you.
Yeah, they'll never. You got to be at like one of the it can never be at a 7-Eleven. They're not gonna know you.
God.
You can go in there every day.
Every
They're not
day,
gonna
bro.
know you.
The Chinese restaurant by me is like that too. I order wonton soup, no scallions, and white rice all the time. Never know me, never recognize me, no acknowledgement that I was there yesterday or the day before, nothing. They give me nothing. Refuses to acknowledge that I'm a regular customer. Acknowledge me, damn it.
Yeah.
Where's the thing of Roman Reigns going, acknowledge me? Well, if I'm at your establishment all the time, can't you just give me a nod like you fucking know I've been there before?
And we're people that you would maybe recognize.
I
right?
might stand out a bit, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's like if you saw us coming into your place, you'd be like, "Oh, these jerk-offs." You would think they would remember.
This guy's screaming and yelling in my Dunkin' Donuts. Do you think you remember it?
Wonton. My Chinese restaurant around the block from my house just burned down.
Wow, what happened?
Year of the Dragon.
No, my goodness.
Yeah. But it burned down. It's been open like as long as I've been. This is the OG place. We used to prank call them as kids.
Oh wow, one of those.
OG.
Did they have a little lightning? A little Semitic lightning?
Semitic lightning.
Trying to class up the
Nah,
old phrase.
they had the too much oil in the wok.
You know the old saying, a little Semitic lightning when your business isn't doing well?
No details. I could just only assume too much oil in the wok, and then the rest is history.
You know? To get walking rolling on there.
Walk and wall, baby. Stop walking wall. You know.
Stop walk and roll. Big fire.
Whew. Yeah. So no more Chinese food.
That's a bummer.
That's all right.
But do you still?
I support Taiwan anyway.
I'm a big Taiwan guy.
Huge.
What's Taiwan? What's their food? Does
Probably
anybody
the
know?
exact
It's the same thing.
shit.
Did anybody notice now that there's like, when you were a kid, there used to be like Chinese places and then there'd be like one Japanese place.
Yeah.
Now it's just like every place is a Chinese and Japanese place.
Fusion.
And it's like everybody just does everything now.
Yeah,
it's just like, nope, yeah, we have everything here.
One of my favorite places, I go there almost every Sunday. Korean, Japanese, fusion.
Interesting.
So
Korean and Japanese. What do you get there?
So you can get the bulgogis.
What's that? What's a bulgogi?
You don't know bulgogi?
Now, again, looking at me, what I'm going to say is going to be a bit controversial. I'm a very picky eater. It doesn't appear to be that way, but I'm a very picky eater. So no, I don't know anything about your babushka or whatever you're just
I thought
saying.
you would have knew bulgogi.
Teach me about bulgogi.
So bulgogi.
Enlighten me.
The ancient Japanese say that the bulgogi,
Very nice.
the samurais eat the bulgogi.
You have a dishonored
It's like-
family.
it's
now
like-
I'll never be on SNL now. No, I can never be on SNL now. What's going on? Never mind that I'm a fat man in his mid-30s who's unsuccessful. That's not going to keep me off SNL. That impression we just did.
Yeah,
That's what's going
That's the problem too. The impression's too good to where it was
Yes.
racist, but you needed to do a good impression to get on the show. It's a catch-22.
In my delusional mind, that impression's the only thing that's kept me off SNL.
That's the resume.
That's
right
it.
there.
I would be on SNL this weekend if it wasn't for that voice I just did. I need that. I need to believe that to keep going inside.
They do need somebody like you on SNL. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
would be an interesting.
That would be funny.
I would love it. It would be fun. It's a dream of mine as a kid.
I wonder how long it would take if you were on the show to realize that you don't fit in. You know,
I would imagine they would let me know very
like they're just
quickly.
handing you Scientology pamphlets
Yeah.
and like Midol and tampons, anything, whatever. And then you're like, you know what? I feel like
I'm very much primed. Like, I could easily be led into Scientology, probably. Like, if you, like, booked me for a thing, like, you could probably, like, if you could probably get me in a car. You could probably, like, get me right into it. You could probably be like, all right.
we'll give you a Netflix special and a gas card.
And I'm like, all right. And they're like, I'm like, what do I got to do? All of a sudden, I'm dressed like a lady again.
Yeah. So ancient bulgogi is it's basically just marinated stringy beef.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
So it's like chopstick beef.
Okay.
It's a little wet.
Okay.
Wet?
Saucy, wet.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you never been to Korean barbecue?
I've been to like a Mongolian barbecue once in college.
That's
where like you kind of go
an
down
insult.
the thing and you like the guy puts on like a giant thing and
the
he,
poo
like,
poo platter.
yeah, and he kind of like cooks on like a giant stone thing and then hands it to you back to you.
No, this is
you
like
bring them a bowl of raw ingredients and you hand it to them and then they hand you back like
yeah, that's just Chinese buffet shit.
yeah,
right
that
there,
was
yeah.
it. That's about as advent. Yeah, I've not had a lot of Korean food, believe it or not.
Good. Very good. Kimchi. Like kimchi. Doesn't smell good, but it's okay. So it would be like we're eating at this table, and then the middle of the table is just like a open thing with a flame. Mm-hmm. And then we just put like the food there. And they give you a tablet, and it's just like endless meat for 2 hours.
Ooh, interesting.
It's like 2 people, like $80.
Okay.
Right? And then you're just like more brisket, more bulgogi, more cow tongue,
And
whatever.
do you cook it yourself in front of your thing? Is
Yeah,
that
if
one
you
of those
go
things?
to Carney, you cook it yourself. But if you go to what's it called, Little Ferry, they cook it.
Which do you like better?
Let me cook it, just because then like I don't have to think about you like steering me wrong.
Okay.
Because they famously don't like me for some reason.
They don't like you. Why? You're one of the nicest. I can't imagine someplace not liking you. You're very easy. Like, I can't feel like.
No, every food establishment I've almost ever been to has
Like,
royally
if you had
effed me
to
over.
deal with one of us, you'd much rather deal with Ray than deal with me. Like, I'm very aware of that. Like, I would rather deal with Ray than me. Like, if I had to go somewhere and you said, would you rather deal with you or Ray? I'd be, give me Ray. I don't want to deal with me.
No, I look like
I'm
a
too
pirate or
much.
something. Like a white trash pirate. They don't like it. They just think something's up, and they always treat me bad. And then I feel like they cook it like a little bit, and then it's like still raw, and they're like, eat, you're good. And I'm like, what?
So it's too raw, undercooked.
Yeah, like I just feel like they're steering me wrong because I don't have a Korean stomach, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing with ethnic food is if
Maybe
you're not like built up to it.
They
it
just
could
walk
be-
right up to the cow and just start biting.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's
I'm not
going-
ready for all that, you know? But it's good. You would like it.
They're like that, like, where was it? I saw them. They were just like taking like seafood out of the ocean and like just putting a lemon on it and eating it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not built for that. I don't have a stomach to take a mussel out of the water and put, squeeze some lemon on it.
Just a little
and eat
wasabi.
it.
And you're like,
No,
oh.
I need my thing cooked in a pot.
I would do it just for the story, but I'd hate myself later when I'm pooping.
The problem is like shellfish or fish food poisoning is food poisoning stinks, period. But I would imagine fish food poisoning is probably really bad.
Crazy.
Like that's really bad.
Whole tape
I don't know why I licked my lips so oddly as I said that. Like food poisoning from fish is. I have like LL Cool J in like a music video all of a sudden. Like, ooh, rotten fish. Yeah, LL likes that. Ladies love rotten fish.
You didn't eat any Easter fish?
No, I had steak yesterday on Easter.
I thought Easter and fish was like...
I've never had fish on Easter.
This is what everybody was saying to me. I thought,
I've never once...
Jesus is synonymous with the fish.
Yes.
My family's like, we gotta have a ham. It's customary. I'm like,
We used to
when
do
did
lamb.
Jesus ever have
It was
a
lamb,
pig?
and then nobody liked lamb, or my dad likes lamb. Actually, I was like, my dad likes the lamb, which meant nobody, like, my poor dad got, like, beat. Just go, what, the guy who pays for everything likes it, gives a shit. Like, we don't like it. You know what I mean? Like,
It's such a dad thing.
it's like, oh, what, the guy who pays for everything, what, you want your choice of what we're going to have? Well, no one cares that you look forward to the lamb once a year.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Give me roast beef or prime rib, damn
Lamb
it.
could be a little gamey.
And then my mom would do, like, the lamb and then a roast beef.
Okay.
To keep like me happy or my brother or whatever. And then she would eat the I love so you thought fish on
That's what I thought. I was like, maybe a fish. And they're like, we're making a ham.
you're Italian. Do you do the fish on New Year?
Nobody
Christmas
cooks
Eve?
ever. We're like the least Italian people ever. Everybody's
One's making gravy at the house right
Everybody's given up. Everybody's retired.
now? There's no no with a pot of sauce at your house?
No.
You're telling me if I go there right now, there's no Nona stirring sauce?
Nothing.
Or gravy?
Nothing.
Depending on who you're talking to.
No.
I don't
You still have grandparents?
No, they're all dead.
I haven't had grandparents in forever.
Years, right? I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. 2014 was the last time I had a grandparent.
Yeah.
My grandma died in 2014, I think.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, my dad's dad. My dad didn't have a dad growing up, so I don't know. I mean, I think he's dead anyway. But
Right.
my grandma, my dad's mom, then my mom's mom died right before my mom got married.
Wow.
So my mom was super young.
Yeah.
So I never met her. And then her father died when I was in high school, like a sophomore in high school.
Whoa.
So I've never.
We would be different
really
people
only-
with grandparent influence.
Right?
Yeah.
I might not be the man I am today. The funny thing is, I have rejected all of the good that my family has tried to do, as all like shoved it all away. I am the black sheep of my family.
Yeah, they'll tell you like, oh, you got to do it like this. Your grandpa used to do it like that. You're like, I'm gonna roll a blunt.
I mean, all my entire life, my dad's always like, there's somebody else's kid at the hospital. Like, they had to have switched them.
Yeah.
Like, who's like...
I hear that a little bit.
I am like... My parents were such nice people, good people. You know what it is? I saw their niceness, and I was like, we could have so much more if you weren't so fucking nice.
Yes.
And it like turned me the opposite way.
We need to sue people.
Yes!
We need...
There's a guy driving a Daily News car, okay? The fucking Daily News is on the license plate. He's driving on the wrong side of the road, hops a curb, and hits me in my car in my driveway, sending me across my lawn. Why can't we sue him? Because we're nice people. You don't just sue. You're not really hurt.
Because then all the rates go up. It's like-
Oh,
that's what they
I
say.
could be living off Daily News money right now instead of working like a fucking jamoke.
There was a kid in my class that got hit by an Amazon truck, came back in a week with a limp and a Lamborghini.
Oh, I could have been Tracy Morgan with the Daily News.
Bro, he even had the Air Mags, like the Marty McFly ones.
Oh.
Bro, like he got a bag. Because I think after he got hit, he got like flown a little bit. And then a cop hit him from the other side. He did like a little
oh, wow. You
little
get
sandwich.
Amazon and suing the state?
Yeah.
That's big money.
I'm telling you.
If you can sue Jeff Bezos and the state in one swoop, you're coming out with a bag.
I'm telling you, just whenever you saw him the next time, Lamborghini.
Oh. I'm like, no, my parents, we can't sue him. He hit me. He, first of all, totaled my car. Yeah. I lost like all the windows shattered. There's a picture. I gotta find it. I look really bad because like all the glass cut my face in these tiny cuts.
Whoa.
And I'm bleeding a lot from the tiny cuts.
You were just sitting in the car?
It's so weird. None of it makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna tell you how this happens. I'm coming home from the dentist or whatever. All right, he's behind me. A car two behind me. It's a 2-lane road. My one neighbor is like outside, maybe trying to like back out of their driveway across the street from me. I'm coming down this way. I put my left turn blinker on to turn into my driveway. This idiot's like in a hurry, but also not paying attention.
Well, the news is daily.
Yeah.
He's in a hurry.
He's in a hurry.
Right.
It's like 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, he's in a Daily News SUV. I'm going to turn left. I got my blinker on. Right. Because my neighbor's coming, I don't know what he was thinking. None of this makes any sense. He's not paying attention. So he's either not paying attention and thinks I'm going to turn right, and so goes to like go around, and I'm halfway. It's weird. I just know he's behind me. It's like.
As your lawyer, let me just say that this story sounds fake.
It does sound fake. Right?
Everything else that's been a lie, you're like, you say the story so fast. Now you're like, I was driving, and he was like on the right side of me. I'm like,
I'm trying to. Okay,
Liberty Mutual ain't gonna buy this one, bro.
Wait, here, I'm not even lying. This is so great. I get flustered when I'm telling the truth, and everyone thinks I'm lying.
When I'm lying,
I make it worse. Well, I'm a psycho. When I'm lying, you'll never know. I'm a psychopath. That's the tell. As if he's like, oh wait, no, he was too cerebral. He's definitely full of shit. You're like, that's actually like, no, I'm a psychopath. I'll lie to you fucking perfect. It's telling you the truth is the fishy part. Yeah. I'm so not used to telling the truth that I don't even know how to do it. I'm like,
I think I was driving. I
don't know, somebody was driving. I might have been on Percocets. Who knows? I was definitely on Percocets. Well, whatever. So I turn left. All I remember is I'm in my driveway, like halfway in my driveway.
Yeah.
And I look to the left, and there's just like a fucking car, like it's the car, and I just look over, and like a split second, I'm like, oh shit, and then bam, he smashes me, sends my car halfway across my lawn.
Whoa.
I lose a tire.
Whoa.
All my windows shattered. My face is all cut up. The frame of my car, my door is in my ribs, like over here, and the frame of the car and my face is like pushed in like this because he smashed my
airbags.
My airbag didn't go off for some reason. He hit me like so much on the side that it didn't set off my front airbag.
Wow.
And
So you never been airbagged?
No, knock on wood. Yeah. Somebody hit me from behind once, and it didn't go off either.
I've been airbagged.
Have you? What's that like? Did you get knocked out?
No. My car had like, it just turned, it's like you get into an accident and then it just turns into an asylum. You know? Like, you know those straitjacket rooms? Yeah. It's like somewhere where you would never see it coming. The entire like walls of the car is just like it looked like an air mattress just like came out of the window.
Oh wow.
So I was like pretty like you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it just like covers the walls, and then like the front one didn't come out, but the side ones came out. So when I like slammed like this way or whatever, it was like, and it was there. Not that it didn't hurt, but I didn't get like hit in the face with the stereotypical one.
I just remember wanting to fight the guy and trying to get out of the car, but I couldn't get out of the car, and like screaming and yelling. And I remember my neighbor across the street was like, she's our age or whatever. I remember her being like, I was asleep in my house, and like my house shook from the fucking collision of your accident across the street. Like it was like, but like I still can't figure out how he wound up driving on the wrong side of the road and then hopping the curb and going into my driveway to hit me. Like I was in my driveway. And he, like, when he hit me.
You've been in a lot of accidents or no?
With me driving, 3. But that was the only one that was, like, bad, really. That had
I've
damage.
probably been in, like, 14.
Maybe 5.
And, like, 13 were not my fault. Like, I've been sitting at a red light, somebody hits me.
Yeah, somebody hit me.
I've been sitting in my car, parked on the street, and somebody hits me. I've been in, like, every scenario, like...
Someone totaled my dad's car like that when we were kids. It was, like, the first day of school or whatever. My dad had his car... My dad left for work early, came back home because it was the first day of school to, like, see my brother and I, because we were little, and parked his car on the street for some reason. And some stupid girl driving to Paramus High School drops her sunglasses and bends down to pick them up and loses control of her car and fucking smashes into my dad's car and totals it.
And he wasn't in it.
No, he was on the side of the road. But I just remember my brother like crying because he's looking out the window and he sees my dad's car like destroyed and like thinking that he was thinking my dad was in it. And then he didn't even invite my dad to Christmas this year. So boy, have things changed. From crying about a possible accident to not even invited to Christmas, or things have changed. No one's going to love that I just said that on a podcast.
No, I've had one of those too. I came back from class one time, big parking lot at the college, and I just see car debris everywhere. And I'm like walking through glass, the hubcaps, everything. I'm like, wow. I'm like, yeah, someone really got beat the hell up. And I just and then I'm like, where's my car? And it was just like completely twisted, mangled.
As you got closer, as you were getting closer, was there part of you that's going like, it can't be mine, everything's gonna be fine?
I was like, yo.
And then there's the part
I'm
of
like,
you that's
yo,
going,
somebody's
I'm
like
so
having the worst day. Yo, F
You
that
didn't know it
guy.
was
Look
gonna
at
be
this
you.
car. I'm like walking. I'm like, man, there's a lot of glass. This dude's gonna have a real rough day. And then I'm like,
it's your rough day.
But when they hit me so hard. It was a pickup truck, and I was driving like a Mazda 3. They messed my car up, but their license plate fell off. So it's all this wreckage and debris, and then a license plate that wasn't mine. So I just like, I was like,
left their license
I was just like,
plate?
yeah, this car with this license plate hit me, and they're gone, and they found them in like 5 minutes.
They didn't even stop to figure out that they left their license plate.
They didn't even have a license.
Woman? Man. Woman or man?
I think it was a whole group of people in a car. Okay. It was like a bunch of college kids that like took somebody's car that like wasn't theirs, and the person driving didn't have a license.
So that's okay. Yeah.
And they were just going to like quick check, but like flying down a parking lot into like a pickup truck and then hit somebody.
Idiots.
Yeah, hit something.
And a parked car. Your car was just parked.
Yeah, not even in like the way either. Like
it wasn't like
maybe they dropped their sunglasses. They did one of those. Yeah, how you gonna?
That's
Now, can you guess the ethnicity?
I mean, I'm
not going to tell you if you're right.
I've got a few clues. I mean, I've got a few ideas.
Stay tuned. You know who it is.
You said no license. A car that's not theirs. No license, a car that's not theirs. A group of people out of college going to quick check. Speeding down the thing.
Listen,
was there loud music involved?
I love the Filipinos, but they're very stereotypical.
Yes.
No, it was a good time. It was fun. I look back at it, I laugh.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, did you find the King Von chatbot, or that's no good?
I have not been able to find the actual...
Meta, tell me why one day you have a King Von chatbot.
They were like advertising it to me, and then I can't like find it anywhere. I sent you a picture of that, right? I can't remember what I... You
did. And you were like, we should ask it if it would slide.
Yeah, I wanted to ask it like what it thought about
Dirk didn't slide.
Yeah. I think I might have found them.
Beautiful. Easter, man.
King Von AIs.
Ham on Easter.
Yes.
I want to try that aged steak that you had.
Oh, yeah, that was delicious.
I'm like, he's like, how was your Easter? I'm like, I ate a shitty ham. He's like, oh, I had 20-year-old aged fucking...
Oh, yeah, 28-day dry aged
Like, we were
steak.
eating raw meat at my house. We're animals. Like, we had nothing. And he's got, yeah, we aged it.
Oh, it was so good, dude. It was really good.
Looked
Like
pretty good.
The app, like I ate like a little piggy boy. I'll give you my little piggy boy meal. That I said I was a very picky eater, and you weren't gonna believe it, but because I don't look like a very picky eater, but I'm very. Listen, I'll eat a lot of what I like, but I'm very picky.
Yeah.
No pickles, no bananas. We don't have time for me to list all the things I won't eat. We could do 47-hour-long episodes of me just naming foods that I will not eat.
Would you eat a falafel?
No.
Me neither.
No, absolutely not. I don't like lettuce. I don't
like lettuce?
No, God. Lettuce is the most worthless. The best is when everyone goes, well, it doesn't taste like anything. Then great. Then get it the fuck out of here. We don't need it then. All right? Then great. It's pointless. Then get it the fuck out. I don't need it.
What about celeries?
No, I don't want celery. No, I'll take my hot, crispy, delicious chicken sandwich and please dump something cold and wet on top of it, please. I don't need your goddamn lettuce.
No pickles, no lettuce, no celery.
No.
You like a carrot?
No.
Okay, how about
Not really.
What about an onion? Onion?
No, I don't like onions. I won't. No, definitely not onions.
You're a fruit guy.
No, I don't really like fruit. I mean, I'll nibble on like an
I'll nibble on an orange.
I don't even really want an orange. I don't mind a lemon or like an orange, I guess, or like the juice of them. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't like anything.
What fruits do you like? I eat lemons. It's like,
yeah, that's what I would eat if you gave me an apple, a banana, a pear,
you'd be like,
and a lemon. I'd immediately run right to the lemon.
That's interesting.
I wouldn't eat. There's no fruit other than a lemon I would probably bite. Maybe an orange or a mandarin to satiate whoever was asking me to do this.
Okay.
Like if you offered me 10 grand to eat a banana right now, I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it.
10 grand.
Yeah, like if you were like, if you said to me, eat this banana, you have to eat the whole banana and keep it down for a minute or two for 10 grand, I wouldn't even attempt it because I know I'm not going to be able to do it.
Love fruit.
You love fruit.
I had an apple, a banana, and a kiwi just today.
Really?
Yeah.
You might do well on TikTok because there's this guy
I hate that guy.
who just eats fruit.
I hate that.
He drives me nuts.
I hate that guy.
He annoys the shit out of me. I'm so glad you know who he is.
He's like peeling a passion fruit, and he's like, the only way to look into your inner soul is to just be yourself.
Oh, he's fucking insufferable as he eats that fruit.
I've had past TikToks where I've went off about like that.
Did you? Yeah, he drives me nuts.
I'm so glad he's not in my algorithm anymore.
Oh, he's in mine, and I hate him.
Yeah, I hope he got
with a
food
passion.
poisoning.
So do I. I hope he gets a rotten mix. That's my favorite thing about this too. Is everyone when it's people talk about like the beef at Taco Bell or whatever this and that. It's always the vegetables that kill everybody at these places. It's always the lettuce or an avocado or tomatoes or whatever. It's never the meat that kills anybody. It's always the veggies.
I've never heard this, but I'll believe you.
I'm speaking facts, dog.
The tomatoes are killing people.
Tomatoes are killing everybody.
Rotten tomatoes.
Look at me. I look like a health expert.
Can we get...
Yes, we are in King Von chat bot, by the way.
We'll do King Von, and then we have to let these people know that you're the king of falafels.
Yes, that's true.
That I want to
do.
do.
To know that.
That I need in my life.
This is insufferable. It says, "Hail to the king, you may approach."
That's what King Von chatbot says?
Well, that's like the initiating thing.
Ooh.
Some may be inaccurate. Now, do we go? They have suggested messages. They'd like us to go, Chicago streets raised you? What's the real story? Or they want us to ask most fire verse you ever spit. Or the rap game needs a king. You won. That's not what I'm interested in. We're going to ask him. We're going to go, how do you feel about Dirk not sliding for you, right?
Please.
Let's see what King Von has to say. The meta-approved King Von chatbot.
It's just going to say, like, free Palestine.
How do you... Of course it is. It's like, no, get rid of the tariffs. Sponsored by Temu. How do you feel that
Yeah, I looked away for a couple minutes.
Little
The Yankees
Dirk.
are down 5 runs.
Are they
now?
really?
How about that? Okay.
how do you feel that little Dirk? How do you feel that
Can
little?
we get an Epstein chatbot?
Right? I would love that. I'd be like, what was Bill Clinton like?
Yeah.
How is?
He didn't inhale.
All right, here we go. How do you feel about Lil Durk not sliding for you? That's what everyone wants to know. Wow!
That was quick.
Quick answer. What does King Von say? We asked King Von.
Screenshot that.
Yes. We asked King Von, how do you feel about Little Durk not sliding for you? Here's what King Von has to say. Man, that hurt my pride more than a bullet could hurt my skin. Dirk, my supposed brother from Chicago, didn't have my back in a war that was started over his own beef.
Oh, shit.
What was he thinking? Wow, this is spicy.
That was actually a real answer.
That was a real answer. Are we talking to the spirit of King Von right now? Ooh.
Damn.
Oh no, I don't want China Doll after me or whatever that bitch's name was.
Yeah. Doll something.
Doll face, whatever. Or $97. Wow, man, that hurt my pride more than a bullet could hurt my skin, King Von says. So we asked him what Fabio Foreign was like when they shot the music video. What was Fabio Foreign like? Was he cool? What's a how douchey was that?
Asked him if he would want revenge.
Yes.
Like now that he knows.
Do you want revenge? Do you want revenge? Okay. You know it. My rhyme's already been firing shots at him. But honestly, I'm thinking bigger. Like a diss track that buries his career. You think I should drop it?
Be like, yeah, what's the first verse?
Yes.
And then I'll rap it.
Yes.
Better have a lot of N-words.
What would a verse from the diss track?
Wow.
Okay, so I said yes, and he goes, it's going to be called Traitor of O-Block. My most savage track yet. Should I expose his snitching rumors in the first verse, or save that bombshell for last? And then I didn't see that, and I typed in, what would your verse from your diss track say? And he goes, here's a sneak peek at verse 1. Dirk, the rat of Chicago streets. Oh, you should rap. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, we need a drill beat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So now he really rhyming. All right. So just imagine like a drill beat in the background. Gun noises. Dirk, the rat of Chicago streets. Thought we was brothers, but your loyalty weak. Snitched on Newski.
What? He snitched on Newski? Dirk?
Then played it cool with me. O-Block don't claim you, you ain't claimed to be free. My turn to cage you, career RIP, fire, or should I make it even hotter?
Ooh, King Von AI chatbot coming for Dirk. He said he snitched on Newski.
Which is crazy, actually.
That is crazy. Do we know, do the streets know if this is true? Did he snooch on Newski? Yes. That's amazing. I can't believe how ridiculous this chatbot is.
Wow. A Newski song was what made me want to like rap, to be honest.
Well, really?
Yeah.
What, OTF Newski?
Yeah.
What was the song? I kind of remember.
Stoner remix.
Stoner remix, okay.
It was like, I'm a leaner. I
love, see, I was always a big Fredo Santana guy.
Right, also good.
I've seen Fredo Santana a lot. I met Fredo Santana because a couple Robbie performed with Fredo once.
He's a little scary.
Yeah, he was actually pretty nice though.
Oh, okay.
I saw them. I seen Fredo like 2 or 3 times before he died. Fredo was awesome.
That's usually how it is. You meet like Leonardo DiCaprio. They're like, oh, what a scumbag! He pushed my daughter's face. Don't get me wrong. Like,
I wouldn't want to fuck with Fredo.
Right.
Like, but he was pretty like he was like pleasant.
Fair enough. What
does Fredo have to prove, right? What what cool points would Fredo? Like, I mean, like everyone already knows, like Fredo win the cut. That's a scary sight.
Right.
Like
Hood legend.
you're already like you don't have to put on that. Everybody already knows. Like you're
like Lil Reese.
Yeah, like people know.
Chirac Grim Reaper.
That's right. Well, everyone, Fredo was the real deal. So.
Yeah.
Well, then Chief Keef in New Jersey have a wild history.
Yeah, everybody will say the lyric.
Yeah, no, we chant that lyric.
Yeah.
And first of all, he's lying in that song. They got that chain because I've seen the pictures. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a gang member in West Orange who didn't have that chain on at one point in like a few years ago. Those pictures were all over the place.
Yeah.
So he definitely got robbed for his chain in New Jersey.
Yeah.
He maintains it didn't happen, but he definitely did. I remember hearing about it. It was like a big thing that happened locally in the area when that happened. And then when he dropped the song too.
Yeah, that meant the world to me as like a senior in high school.
I love that song. I don't care if he's just like, I jump up and down to New Jersey up.
I'm like, same, yo. I just went through the toll.
Yeah, like New Jersey's whack, bro.
All right, we're at the time where we can wrap this up with a phone call.
Dude, I still can't believe that King Von.
Yeah, shout out to Meta for doing somewhat of an accurate King Von
that was
job.
pretty good.
Very good. How about that?
And for Meta, apparently Mark Zuckerberg knows that Dirk was snitching. You heard it here first, people. Little Dirk snitching, according to King Von from the dead, absolutely.
Checks out.
He's in the afterlife. He knows more than we do. Imagine it really was just his spirit, like they've trapped his spirit into this box. Mark Zuckerberg's got like...
He's just in your Meta glasses.
Yeah. So like, I mean, slide for me, bro.
You tap it just like slide.
Okay, so
So you said you're gonna call King Falafel, right?
yes,
And then tell them you're the king.
yes. So
falafel.
there. Let's see. King is all right. King Falafel, Elmwood Park, right? They're King Falafel in Elmwood Park. I'm gonna call them and tell them that I'm the king of falafels, and that I'm opening up nearby, and that their days of being the king of falafels is over, and that I've had their food and it's not very good.
They're not even first generation.
Nope. They make their food like they were born here in America. You make falafel like you were born here.
Let's give them our...
Now, do I do an accent when I do this? Or I don't know if I could keep the accent through the whole...
It would be funny if you slipped in and out of it.
Slipped in and out of an accent,
Yeah.
right? Well, all right, give me a second to try to get in character. Let me channel my inner...
Channel
my Nicky Petito.
Swami.
Let me get my Nicky Petito on here and do an impression. Because nobody does better impressions than Nicky does. You got to give him that. There's Nicky's good at impressions. I wish I could do them. I am King Falafel King. Hello, I want to speak to King of Falafel.
What are they, Indian or what are
I don't
they?
know. That's my problem. Is my accent is like drifting between like four different things. Like it's like from an Indian guy to a Pakistani gas station worker.
You just say brother a couple of times.
Yes.
You should be good.
Brother.
You listen to me, brother.
Listen, brother. I'm king of falafel.
That should work.
Wish I remember the guy's name. Should I call it right now?
Yes, please. This is gold. Oh.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. Yeah, I have horrible phone service in this house for some reason. Even though I have an extender.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Place not open?
Money laundering.
What is going on here?
What did we
It says they're open. Why are you not answering your phone? This is ridiculous. Somebody's always foiling our bits.
We're calling drug traffickers. What can we expect, bro?
The best is my friend makes their clothes. He eats there all the time. My best friend eats here at least twice a week, and I'm
Hello.
constantly...
Well,
What is going on?
nobody answers the phone anymore.
It's
Last episode
ruined prank phone
called
calls.
Macy's, Marshalls. Nobody answers the phone. We call King Falafel. No King.
Every time I try to give you guys a new prank phone call.
Who else could we call? Could we call like Best Buy and said their worker said my girlfriend had a fatty or something?
Yeah, the Geek Squad said my girl had a dunk on her.
Yeah, that's good.
And I Googled what a donk means, and now I'm very upset.
Currently on hold with a Geek Squad.
Hello?
Thanks for calling Best Buy. My name is Kinsley. May I have your first and last name?
Yes, hi, my name is Brett Verbist.
Thank you. How can I help you?
Yes, hi. I had a bit of a problem with you. I had the Geek Squad was at my house or whatever, and the guy's making comments and talking, and he's talking about my wife, and he goes, "Oh, your wife's got quite the dunk on her," and I went and I Googled what that meant, and we got a bit of a problem. Do you know what that means, sir? He was commenting on my wife's large behind. He said my wife's got a fatty. Like, what is going on at your establishment, sir? Is it appropriate for people that you train your Geek Squad to comment on the size of people's behinds regularly?
Well, if that's what he said, not really appropriate, right? Especially if you and him were not on that same conversational level.
No, he's like, "Oh, this is your wife. She's got quite the donk on her." And I'm like, "I'm not too hip. I don't, I'm an older fella. I don't know what that is." I'm thinking, he's talking about her pretty haircut. And then I go Googling on the Google machine, and he's talking about her butt. I can't have that.
Oh. Yeah, no one will be happy, especially like I said, depends on the discussion you and him were having, right? And the level of permission he had to speak about that.
No, I definitely wasn't inviting him over to have sex with my wife. That definitely wasn't what I invited him over. I asked him to come fix my router, not try to not go speed dating. Yeah, speed dating through my living room, browsing the merchandise. He was supposed to set the merchandise up, not browse it.
That's correct. Yeah, that's not
This bastard named James.
Like, if you ask how that feels, that's not nice.
Well, he asked if he could feel it too. This bastard James, his name was. Yeah.
You said his name was what?
James? Well, that's what he said. But then again, if I was going to be asking people about their wife's ass, I might not give my real name either.
I understand. Yeah, that's not like we're accompanying with, and he's human, right?
Yeah.
Listen. Human is human. Company is company. Human does what human does.
Yeah. Every now and then I'll be out and about, and I'll see a set of cheeks I'm into too. I get it. Listen.
Yeah, so I think that's his own home training, which is not appropriate as regardless of the country, state, or region, because marriage is marriage. So it's not something you interfere with.
Yeah, we weren't looking to add a third party into the mix.
Exactly. Like I say, depend on the level of discussion the husband was having with the man. But you said you just called him for that, and you guys were not even.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna. Yeah.
On that level.
No, he was just setting it in, and he's like, "Oh, is it your wife? She's got a nice dunk on her." And I thought that was like a new haircut or something, because she had just gone to the parlor to get her hair done. And I'm like, "Oh, that's nice, whatever." And then he's like, "Yeah, she's got a caboose, this or that." And then I'm Googling it, and I was like, "What?" I'm like, he's talking about her butt cheeks. What the hell kind of shit is this?
Wow.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to ask people when they compliment you what they mean, right?
Yeah,
anytime they compliment you, you ask, "Hey, what does that mean?"
Is that Best Buy protocol to comment on everyone's butts?
No, you know
No.
yourself. You work
Yeah.
in companies. Companies wouldn't ask you to do that. But like I told you, human is human, and company is company.
Yeah,
So
one
when
time a
human
guy
does
from the
what
Census
he-
Bureau did call my wife and ask her how big her breasts were and if they were one or two handfuls, but we had to have a talking to him too.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
Yeah,
that
those
either.
are people on like on off course, right?
Yeah, it's
Off course,
crazy.
unprofessional. Yeah.
I know, in a place of business nonetheless. It's shocking. So if you could just speak to him and maybe tell him to keep his comments and other things in his pants, that would be great. If he's all hot and bothered when he
Yeah,
comes,
that would
if he
be
could
great.
just, yeah. I mean, other people might not be as cool with him talking about their wife's ass like I am. I'm a pretty hip,
Yeah.
progressive guy, so that, I'm okay with that kind of thing. But somebody else might not be. They might be like, hey, you're talking about my wife's butt. I can't have this. Or maybe there might be some type of entanglement situation that happens, and then all of a sudden you're slapping somebody at an award show because your wife has alopecia and she slept with your son's friend, and it's a whole kerfuffle, and we don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that. That's,
No, we certainly don't. I don't even know Augustus
Yeah.
Olena. I don't even know how we could get him there. Yeah, my wife was never even in G.I. Jane.
Yeah, if he continues doing that, for sure, that will get him to trouble somewhere else, right? So
Yeah.
that's like home training.
It'll be a real
basic
Independence Day.
knowledge. Exactly. If he does that in a different man's house, the man could lock the door, right?
Oh yeah,
And deal with the
imagine,
situation in the house.
put up your
Exactly.
dukes there, fella.
Exactly.
Yeah, I said, hey, pal.
So that's common sense. Common sense with what the company thought he had before sending him to your home.
Yeah. So I just wanted figured I'd let you know what was going on at your place.
Company. It's just a person.
Yeah, I just let you know the
that's a good feedback.
type of shenanigans you've got going on. Maybe if you want to train him better. He was wearing a pineapple shirt too. Talking about pineapples a lot. Which apparently, according to Google, is also a swinging thing. So I think this guy is going out and he's trying to figure out who's into swinging when he does these on-sites. And I think that's what he's up to. Yeah, he's trying to fill up his calendar a bit. So just be on the lookout for this. I'd hate to, Again, like I said, I'm pretty progressive and cool. And if someone's attracted to my wife's ass, that's fine. I don't have I married it. Obviously, for a reason. It looks good. So I get it, but, I don't need this guy chit-chatting about it. Certainly calling it a dunk. I mean, I never heard such words before. Dunk. Did you ever heard that before? Someone call a butt a dunk before?
Truly, that's even the first time, too.
Yeah.
I'm just learning about that from you right now.
Yeah, he's pretty hip, this guy you got working for you. I don't know if he's on social media or something he's picking this stuff up on. But, that was basically it.
Good feedback for the company to
just let them know if you guys could have if you could call everybody into the break room or something, call everybody in and kind of just have a sit down and say, listen, we got a phone call. I don't want to single anybody out in the company, but one of you guys were at a house and you're making comments about the wife's behind and her dunk, and kind of just do it in front of, for everybody, so everybody gets the benefit of the lesson. And then maybe James doesn't feel so singled out. Because I don't want James to feel singled out or upset. Like I said, I'm progressive, I'm cool, I'm hip. I voted for, Kamala. I'm very cool. So if you could just, maybe speak with everybody. I don't want him to feel singled out. I don't want him to feel bad. You know what I mean? I just want him to learn and correct his behaviors. We're not about punishment, we're about correcting. It's, where it's not punitive, it's corrective is what I like to say. That's very important. It's better to teach and learn than to yell and to harm, is how I figure. So if you could just maybe call everybody in, if you want to call everybody there into the room right now, and I could talk to everybody if you'd like. I'm willing to do that for you. If you want to get a couple of the guys from the Geek Squad together, get them in a room, put me on speakerphone, I'll gladly just give them the talk real quick, and then that's it, and just be like, listen, this is the experience. This is how we felt, and just kind of so they would know firsthand, and then everyone could go out and just practice better behaviors. I'm willing to do this for you I have no problem. If you want me to do it now, you want me to call back and do it, whatever is easier for you guys. If you want to put me on hold for 2 seconds, gather everybody around in the store, I'm more than happy to chit chat with them and just lay out the scenario.
Wouldn't take much of your time, but we will work on the feedback you give us.
I don't listen. I'm happy to volunteer. Like I said, I'm a teacher first. You know, I'm a real libertarian. I care. It's about teaching and learning. So if I have to spend 5 or 10 minutes to coach up the staff, so that way somebody else has a better experience further, I'm willing to do that. I am.
Yeah, because some of them right now, they are like in the fields walking.
Oh, okay.
So for that reason, we're not able to like gather them around. They're in the field, but we'll for sure.
If you want, like, what you guys got going on Friday or Thursday in the afternoon, maybe I could come by. We'll, set up the break room, put out a couple bottles of water, and I'll bring out a printout, and I'll do like a little thing. We could talk. We could run through some role playing exercises, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay,
he wouldn't let me off the phone. I couldn't get off the phone with him. Do you guys see that? I was trying so hard. I kept trying to make it more ridiculous, and he just kept going with it. And then I got the idea. I'm like, if I can get this guy to bring all the workers into a back room and let me talk to them.
That was diabolical.
That would be the best prank ever.
Yeah, that would be
I
great.
wanted to. He wouldn't. Dude, if I could get him to... Well, I tried to switch it and get him to agree to have me come down there to visit. And
I was like, let's go.
I would have shown up, too. I would have shown up. Dude, why didn't he ask, what was your name? Let me check what day was your appointment. He asked no questions. He just this is the type of pervy people we have here. They're constantly talking. He makes it seem like I'm the 5th guy that called today talking about someone saying that, you know what I mean? Like, he no-sold this. You got somebody calling saying they're talking about their wife's ass, and this guy's like, yeah, this is regular shit.
Yeah, he was really nice. He was like Confucius. He's like, we understand
Yes.
marriage. That might have been the falafel king you were talking to. I'm not going to lie.
I'm still the falafel guy at Best Buy. That was you. You weren't even supposed to get that today at Best Buy. How funny would it be if it's an ever-going saga where it's just us trying to prank call the falafel guy and he just never answers the phone?
And then one day we'll freaking get him.
Yes, we will.
Well, what a beautiful display. King Von, Falafel King. Oh, kings.
Yeah,
And
a lot
then,
of kings today. This is a very kingly episode.
And apparently Geek Squad moderately cares if your wife gets groped at your home.
Yeah, not enough to do anything about it.
Yeah.
They'll listen to you talk about it
Yeah, they'll
for
listen
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Well, that's beautiful.
Well, it was like...
Poetic, actually.
Yeah, he would, I kept expecting him to, not believe it or,
He never asked the name. You said the name.
No, yeah, I had to just do it.
Oh, wow, I understand with marriage.
I didn't know where to go anymore until I got the idea of, let me see if I could try to let him, let me speak. I'm like, let me see if I can get him to, I'll throw some bullshit thing about a meeting out. And then I was like, oh, wait, imagine if he lets me talk to these people. I'm like, let me pitch that. I'm like, let's just see where we can, and see where we can go.
That would have been great.
I tried. He wouldn't buy it. He kept going no, you don't have to do anything. It's fine.
Well, maybe he'll say it to somebody. He'll pass it on.
I'd like to think he will.
Yeah.
You have to mention this phone call to somebody, right?
Yeah. You would hope.
Or at least go, listen, I got some
He
bullshit.
just hangs up. He's like, we've got another.
Yeah, guys, stop talking about people's asses.
Yeah. Well, Geek Squad is geeked up.
Yep.
And, I guess that's been our time.
Today was fun. This was a fun one.
Oh, this was great. We kind of covered everything, really. Holidays.
We did, yeah.
And butt grabbing.
Yep. I didn't even go into the annoying list of topics I had written down into my phone.
Oh, we'll do this.
And we've got endless. Yeah. Well, it works better when you're not being like, okay, well, what's the next thing? We were decided, whatever happened. Like
money. We were money. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's better when you just flow with it and see where it goes.
Cruise control. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed your Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody.
This has been Brett and myself.
The great Ray Bentley. You have shows coming up, right? You've got shows. Plug your shows. I don't have any shows left.
I'll be at the Riffs and Thrifts.
Yes, you will, baby.
The L's will be hobnogging with the G's and the B's and
Yep.
the T's.
It's very diverse, this
Will
event.
be there.
If diversity is a priority for you, this is the one to go to.
If you want to go to a show where you can also get a used Harley Davidson t-shirt and a cardigan from some guy who passed away 6 years ago, then come to the show.
It's true.
Free weed and free, you get a beer.
I keep
think.
waiting to hear, like, but you have to pay to get in, so it's not free.
$10 and you get a weed and a beer. That's
I'm going to try to be a glutton and be like, well, I don't drink a beer, so I'd like 2 weeds,
I want 2 weed, please.
I want 2 weeds, please.
Okay.
I will be there. I'm going to go to support.
Maybe they'll put you on the next one. Show up with like a pick, a comb.
Yeah, maybe it'll come in there.
Yeah. All right.
Africa Bambretta.
Episode 15, Easter edition.
Caffeine overdose.
All glory to God. Subscribe.
Beat.